Alright, welcome to a metagame discussion. If you guys give me some likes on this, we're going to start our series of everything post Dark Neostorm next week. I guarantee you we're probably going to be making 6 videos because we're going to cover everything. Alright, so if you've got specific deck requests that you want, drop them down below. We're going to start analyzing things, giving my first round predictions on each deck. And yeah, that's going to get beaten down a week. So we're in that very weird, unique, we have a week under the new list without Neostorm. So we're going to explore that week, kind of talk about what you could see at locals and whatnot. So let's dig on into this very interesting week, shall we? Alright, so there were clear winners and clear losers on this ban list. And I think the clearest winner here was Subterra. So Subterra already was kind of like limping around in the corner, going, yeah, my time will come. And then all of a sudden, Super Poly moves to 2. And then I've never seen Subterra run like a bat out of hell, and just straight out of its corner. Now, you're probably asking yourself, did Super Poly make that much of a difference? And yeah, the answer is simple. That one card changes so much. Now the Salamangreat matchup becomes even more explosive for them. Their overall counterage to the meta just shifts so dramatically just because they got one more copy of Super Poly. Also, I know, Robbie, when are you going to play Subterra? Well, I got to disassemble the stun deck, and then we got to put it together, and then I have to want to play it over Sky Striker, but we'll eventually get to that point. But I have a lot of faith right now in Subterra. I think it's the clearest winner on this list, especially even post-Dark Neostorm. And we'll get more into that later, but for the 1 week syndrome that we're going to be facing right now, oh yeah, Subterra disgustingly good. Somebody's gonna be like, well, why do you play Extravagance with Super Poly? Because you like drawing cards. You can actually control your extra deck with Super Poly. You can play, obviously, 3 fucking targets. You're not gonna have any real confliction of issue there. So, it's like people used to tell me that I shouldn't play Gadgets and Thunder King in the same deck. It doesn't fucking matter if they conflict or not. Alright, if I happen to have a Thunder King and I have a Gadget, well, we're always summoning a Thunder King. So, it's kind of just, you take your priorities. Super Poly is just kind of more of an interruption card and things like that. So, congratulations, Subterra. You guys scare the shit out of me right now. Now, all I've heard is Sky Striker's dead. Oh my god. Kagari is dead. Oh my god. Sky Striker. Guys, the deck is not fucking dead. Alright. The OCG has higher restrictions on the deck with 2 Widow Anchor, 2 Engage, and it just won a YOT. Alright, granted it was the only one in top cut. Alright. So here's the thing. Putting Kagari to 1 actually raised the price of Engage. And if people are still buying Engages, and that means that people still believe in the deck or the engine as a whole, right? So here's the unique position that we're in at the moment. Everybody thinks the deck is dead. Alright, which means you would have thought card prices went down, but they did not. So here's what we're going to see. Week 1, you're going to see a lot of crazy Sky Striker stuff. You're going to see a lot of people trying to play Bot of Desire. You're going to see a lot of people trying to play Hercules base and trying to innovate the deck. I don't think we're going to get Formulae for a little while on this. Give it some time. We'll definitely get the deck figured out. The deck is not dead. Not by any stretch of the imagination. I think the naysayers out there, yeah, y'all wild. I don't know if you're just being salty right now. Are you just trying to stay shit on the internet? But, I don't get it, man. Yeah, Kagari to 1 did hurt, but, if that was the slap on the wrist that my deck got to actually survive, I mean, we honestly should went after Engage and Widow Anchor, but fuck it. Kagari to 1. We still got to keep that splashable engine alive, right? We still want people to abuse one of Hornet drones in their decks. I'm looking at you, Invoker. Fucking Mech Knight. Yeah, you guys, you're the only reason why Kagari's still alive, so take a little bit of pride in that. So, but hey, Trickster, Sky Striker are still going to be a viable deck, right? You have 3 Engage, 3 Widow Anchor. It's not like you ever played maximum numbers of those cards, but hey, as a splashable engine, we did it. That's all I got to say on that. Now, I think we need to talk about Pendulum here. So, between Zephyra and between Endymion Magicians, in general, Electromite didn't move up the list. Okay, that's fine. It's whatever. I thought they would have tried to push it, but I don't think we needed to. Pendulum's just kind of in that really weird place. So Pendulum's still that deck that you either get off the ground or you die trying. Like, and I think Trent told me, or GTYGO told me the best this morning. He was like, honestly, like, you either die trying or, you know, you get there. And once you get going, you go. Like, that's the cool thing I like about Pendulum Magician in today's format. When you go, there's no stopping you. And for a momentum-based deck like Magicians, doesn't really shock me, actually, that the deck is as good as it actually is. I do think, for the most part, that we're going to continue to see Pendulum Magicians. I think their power just went up. The fact that we hit Salamangreat and the fact that we actually checked Sky Strike a little bit, I guess we actually pegged Thunder a notch with hitting Sky Blaster. So now that we adjusted that, I definitely think that Pendulum's going to come back in, sit at the dinner table very strongly, actually. Like, Magician, oh man, that deck scares me. Like, the boards that you can make are actually really good. Like, kudos to the large boards that these decks can actually make, because without large boards, we wouldn't get to enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! Right, guys? Thanks, Magicians. I hate pendulums as a mechanic. Oh. So next up, we actually have Salamangreat. Now, Salad lost Lady Debug, and they don't quite have Signet Mining yet. So, you know what we're going to do? We're going to play Flame Buffalo. Alright, so Mr. Buffalo, my comment section roasts me every time I say Buffalo, but I like saying Buffalo. It's cool. So, I know a lot of people didn't like Buffalo before this list, and now that you're kind of being forced into it, I know a lot of people aren't going to like that. And I get it. I understand. You know, for all intents and purposes, you know, the discard isn't so great. I mean, he still starts your combo and still kind of does what you need him to do. So, now, post-Dark Neostorm, when we get Signet Mining, I know a lot of people are against mining because it's a neg-1, and I get that, but, you know, discarding a Spinny, it's not the worst thing that you could do. Your Signet Mining gets ashed, well, yikes. But if you get ashed, and you still have your starter in hand, you did it. I feel like Signet Mining is either just an extender or a starter, depending on how you want to go about things so far. Like, so, here's the thing. I think for the most part in the format that we are going to see Salad continue to reign his ugly head. I do think for the most part that yes, Salad will still be a threat in the format, especially in this window that we're seeing right now. Like I said, it's a really weird place to be in the current format. I don't know. Lady Debug to 1 was an interesting choice of hit, though. But, once again, I think it was more towards the we don't want you using backup Secretary with it to abuse Orcust combos, because generic Orcust combos are really broken. And then, last but not least in this video, is Crusader Guard Dragon. So, we're at this point in the format that I think I've seen a lot of people trying to go back to Crusader Guard Dragon. Agripane and Elpay still very much alive. Alright, I wouldn't be shocked to see an entire resurgence of this deck because of just how crazy good it is at the moment. When you have something as consistent, when you have something this good, I'm not going to say that Guard Dragon Crusader is the most consistent deck in the world, because it's not, but it is definitely high risk versus high reward. You know, the deck can brick like anything else in the format, but yeah, you guys need to be aware that, yeah, Guard Dragon Crusader is still a living, ticking time bomb. We got Heavenly Spheres now, which means there's a lot more cute, cheeky shit you're going to be able to do with the deck. Goliath is going to be a lot more dangerous than he's ever actually been at this point. So I do think, yes, the format it's a little bit more diverse than normal. I do think among all of these decks, Subterra is probably going to be the best. We'll see. That's a bold statement. Let me correct that. I think Pendulum Magician is going to be one of the best. And of course, when Dark Neostorm comes out, we'll see more shifts and things. But you have to remember, we had that weird 1 week where we don't have Dark Neostorm, but we're forced to play under the new list. So it's kind of what we're encompassing here for this video. So guys, please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about the current format. Kind of what's going on here with the format. I know there's a lot of decks. Trust me. There are a lot of unknowns right now in the format, and we have to wait for those unknowns to kind of rear their ugly head so we can talk about them. But we'll get to that point. So probably do some deck profiles over the weekend things as well. So I guess I'm out. Peace. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a truffle shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out Vanquil40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.